start the process of forgiveness and, that kind of thing. But it's the same thing with unforgiveness in our bodies, in our hearts, and in our souls will actually make us sick if we
Yes.
keep that unforgiveness within us. So yeah, I mean, absolutely, I totally agree. We have to admit to the Lord what's going on. It's not enough just that, well, He knows me. He knows how I'm feeling. We do have to speak it and let Him hear us say it.
Yeah, there's lots of statistics out there about stress, so whether it's stress from relational stress, work stress, life, there's a million categories of stress, but that how big a percentage, it's like between 60 and 80% of that couples in our body. And that's why we are so sick. Stress perpetuates and almost pushes forward those diseases that we carry. It's not one or the other. Again, it's that we're body, soul, and spirit. And so when we have these stresses, anxieties, traumas, unforgiveness, all these different issues, we start getting sick. And we just think, oh, I have this pain, or I have this migraine, or I have this backache, or I have this, whatever in my stomach, a lot of stomach issues, so many stomach issues.
Yes.
And we don't realize it's really just anxiety and stress that we're holding.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't know how to deal with it. We don't know how to get rid of it. We don't know how to move on past it. And it just builds and builds and builds until it's manifesting illness in us. Yeah, it's crazy.
And we can't avoid, we have to admit that there are diseases caused by lots of different things in our life. My husband and I do nutritional counseling, and it's really his thing. I help him when he needs me or when he wants me to help. And we've talked that nutrition is so essential to our bodies, and God gave us good food to eat, but yet we really love junk food. And we have to really get real with ourselves and understand that our diet could be making us sick.
Yeah.
Our stress levels, our lack of sleep can be making us sick. All these different things, again, mind, soul, and spirit. Mind, soul, what
body, soul, and spirit.
Mind, body, and soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. I forgot something in there. But they our spirit, like I said, unforgiveness, holding bitterness, that can make us sick. But emotional unwellness, and you and I think we had talked even about things like yoga and definite things that sometimes can spark controversy within the church. But yeah, I mean, I remember times I had to ask the Lord, is this physical? Is this spiritual? I mean, they're good questions to ask the Lord when you are sick or experiencing pain. Is this something that has been caused by a spiritual thing, or is this a physical thing, or is this an emotional thing? What is at the root of this illness? And it's okay to ask,
Yeah.
We're not all healed, and there's a reason for that God only knows why He doesn't heal all of us, but I think He really does want us to be whole emotionally. These bodies are going to die, but the emotions, the mind, the will, the emotions live on forever. So we have to get whole emotionally as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's insightful to ask ourselves those questions. Is it something I'm doing, involved in? Is there something maybe I've come into agreement with, unaware at the time? I had asked you, I'm like, after we had talked for a really long time, I'm like, okay, here's a hot topic, essential oils. Like, where are you on that? Because these things, we see them everywhere. They're touted as good and good for us. And I think they have an element of that, but
they have a place
to the point where we elevate them above
nutrition,
things, above His truth, above Scripture, above being diligently seeking Him, because it's easier to grab for that oil and put it on yourself than really doing that work. I'm in a really fun Facebook group out here in East Tennessee, and it's called farm free and crunchy. So it's no pharmaceuticals, zero pharmaceuticals. And, people, even with that, we're into natural supplements as I know you guys are, but they have a place, right? They're not the end all be all because we're
Right.
body, soul, and spirit. And so sometimes people say, well, I have this, or this is going on, and some of the emotional stuff, and they want, what supplement can I take, or what herb can I take that will make this go away? I mean, that's our culture, right? What will make this go away?
Exactly. Let's make it go away. Let's not get to the root of the problem.
Exactly. So
Treat our symptoms.
treat our
not the root.
symptoms, not the root. And a lot of that root is stuck emotional garbage.
Garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.